The phone call. Scream opens with the most famous 12 minutes in slasher history, and it works because of who's on the poster. Drew Barrymore, the biggest star in the movie, the face on every trailer, plays Casey Becker, home alone, making popcorn when the phone rings. Do you like scary movies? The call starts flirty, turns into a quiz, and then turns into a nightmare with rules. Answer the horror trivia right, or someone gets hurt. And Casey gets a question wrong. The audience in 1996 was certain Barrymore was the final girl. That's the whole trick. The movie takes its biggest star off the board before the title card, and every viewer instantly understands the new rules. Nobody is safe, not even the name above the title. Every horror movie since has been trying to top this cold open. Most don't even come close. The Swim. Jaws opens with a girl going for a midnight swim, and 50 years later, people still think about it at the beach. Chrissy runs from the bonfire, dives into the dark ocean, and for a few seconds, it's beautiful. Moonlight, calm water, total freedom. Then the camera slips underneath her, that two-note theme starts, and the ocean simply becomes something else. What makes the scene legendary is what it doesn't show. No shark, no wound, nothing. Just a girl being pulled, screaming, holding onto a buoy for one horrible moment of hope, and then quiet water like nothing ever happened. Spielberg couldn't show the shark because the mechanical one kept breaking. And that accident invented modern suspense. The scariest monster reveal in history is an opening scene with no monster in it. The Paper Boat. It 2017 opens with the sweetest scene in the movie and then detonates it. Georgie Denbrough, 6 years old, chases the paper boat his big brother Bill made him. She's called the SS Georgie. Down a rainy street, straight to a storm drain, and in the dark of that drain, two glowing eyes and a friendly voice. The Pennywise conversation is a masterpiece of wrongness because Georgie knows it's wrong. He starts backing away, he's a smart kid, and the clown talks him back with the one word that works: the boat. Bill would be sad to lose it. What happens next made theaters gasp out loud in 2017 because mainstream horror movies do not do that to a 6-year-old on screen. This one did in scene 1, and then made the audience sit with Bill's guilt for 2 more movies. The Dance Floor. Ghost Ship is honestly not a great movie. And it doesn't matter because the opening is an all-timer. A 1960s Italian cruise liner, a packed dance floor, a little girl who's too young for the party getting a dance with the kindly captain. Soft music, golden light, hundreds of passengers swaying. Then a spool of steel cable on deck snaps taut and sweeps across the entire dance floor in one silent second. There's a beat, a long confused pause where the whole party just stands there before anyone and everyone understands what's happened. The only person left untouched is the little girl, too short for the wire, standing alone in the middle of it. It's operatic, it's absurd, it's horrifying, and nobody who saw it has ever forgotten it. The rest of the movie never catches up. It couldn't. The Sleepover. The Ring opens with 2 teenage girls, a sleepover, and an urban legend. There's this tape, and after you watch it, the phone rings, and you have 7 days. Katie laughs telling it, because it's stupid. It's obviously stupid. And then admits she watched something exactly like that a week ago. With every line, the joke gets less funny. The house gets quieter. The TV downstairs turns itself on. And the scene ends on Katie's face. Just her face. And a hard cut that told every viewer in 2002 exactly what kind of movie they'd walked into. No monster shown, no explanation given, just a rule established. The tape is real, the week is real, and the movie has already started counting down for the main character. Horror openings are usually appetizers. This one was a contract. The Cottage. 28 weeks later has maybe the most morally devastating opening in horror. A handful of survivors hide in a boarded-up cottage during the height of the infection, among them Don and his wife, Alice. The infected break in, chaos everywhere, and Alice runs upstairs after a little boy they'd taken in. Don follows, reaches the doorway, and sees her trapped across the room, surrounded, reaching for him. And Don runs out of the house, across the field, to the boat. while his wife watches him go from the window. The camera holds on his face during the escape, and you can see the exact moment a man decides to survive instead of stay. The rest of the movie is that decision coming home to him in the worst way the genre has ever devised. The infected are fast. Guilt is faster. The beach. It follows opens with a scene that makes zero sense the first time, and total sense the second. A teenage girl bursts out of her front door at dusk in heels, staring back at something the camera won't show us. Her dad asks what's wrong. She says nothing. She circles the street, that beautiful, terrible 360-degree shot, gets in the car and drives to the beach alone, where she sits in the headlights, calls her father, and tells him she loves him. It's a goodbye, and she knows it, and we don't know why. The morning shot that follows tells you the what, but not the who or the how, and that gap is the engine of the whole movie. Something walks, it never stops. And the opening shows you the end of the road before you ever learn the rules, the premonition. Final Destination opens with a complete disaster movie compressed into 5 minutes, and then takes it back. Alex boards Flight 180 for a school trip to Paris, and we watch everything. The takeoff, the turbulence, the panic, the cabin coming apart in fire and screaming metal. It is a full plane crash, shot like the movie just ended before it began. Then Alex snaps awake, still at the gate, everything fine, every detail about to repeat exactly as he saw it. He freaks out, gets thrown off the plane along with a handful of others, and they all watch from the terminal window as Flight 180 takes off and lights up the sky. The premonition format became a franchise trademark, but the first one hit different. 2000s audiences watched a plane full of teenagers not make it out, twice, before the opening credits.